Hey, there we go. We're back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It's so good to see you out there, friends. My name is Jeff Fritz. Welcome back to the live stream. And we're going to write a little bit of code today. In fact, I'm going to open it up, and I hope you join me and write a little bit of code today. How's it going there, chat room? It's so good to see you. Today is October 17th, 2019. And we're going to say hello to Killer Coder PT. Hello, hello. Let me scroll up a little. Hugo, greetings. Welsh Ronaldo is here. Sean, good morning, good morning. Fanny Reinders, hello. Fits your schedule perfectly during your commute home. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us. Carrie, oh my goodness. With a big cheer to open things up. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We'll make note of that, and we'll get that into some code here in just a second. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, and we'll make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital on behalf of that cheer. Thank you so much, and 10 other folks in chat just got some gift emotes there. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that. It's great to see you, Carrie. So let's see, who else is here? Jurgen, good afternoon. Hello, hello. Alka, is that timer open source somewhere? I'd like to make a PR to stop it from shifting. It's a Stream Elements timer. It just kind of runs. It's one of their widgets. Might be able to do something with that. Might be able to do it. Not even waiting for the hat to show up on screen. That's right. Stelzy, good to see you. PowerShell Freak, hello. Hello. Semaphore 2, greetings. Acrophobic Pixie, hola. So good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're joining us again this morning. Semaphore 2. John Galloway, hello. Hello, Mr. Galloway. So good to see you here. Oh my goodness. Yes, the Galloway is in the house. Facu Rodriguez. Let me back up. I want to make sure I say right? Facu Rodriguez. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So good to see you. Thanks for joining us. I'm continuing scrolling. Oh my gosh. Dave Noterer. Hello, hello. Mike Eaton is here. Hello, my friend. It's so good to see you. That propeller hat looks fantastic on that sub badge. Thank you so much for all of your support. I really appreciate it. Alka, font variant numeric tabular nums. I don't know what that does. Coding Garden, hello. So good to see you. I'm enjoying your shows that have been started here on Twitch.
Mike_Eaton just resubscribed for 15 months.
Holy crow! 15 months! Thank you so much, Mike. Seriously, I do appreciate that support, and we're going to make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Thank you very much. Yeah, words are hard. Ludico, hello, hello. Can we get a shout out for Coding Garden? They're doing some really cool things here on Twitch, and I want to make sure that we show them a little bit of support. A lot of support. Check them out. They're doing some really cool stuff over there. Darn Skippy indeed. Thank you, Hugo. I appreciate that. Blazer, Mr. Magoo. Good morning. Good afternoon. And Musical Bookworm is here. Dave Noterer.
Dave Noterer just resubscribed for 9 months.
Thank you so much for the resub. And that'll put you into a green sub hat. Very cool. Thank you so much for that. It changes numbers to be the same width if I meant for a table. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Johnny Nibbles.
Johnny Nibbles just resubscribed for 8 months.
Thank you so much, Johnny Nibbles. I appreciate the resub. 8 months. Very cool. We'll make another donation. I appreciate that. So, I've got my Visual Studio hat on today. We tried an experiment yesterday, and I think it worked. Real. Yeah, I do love. You're right, Hugo. I love I enjoy the love, the appreciation that we share here. Sometimes right off the bat as we get started with the stream. Thank you so much for that. And I appreciate everybody that's been following, helping with this. We crossed our 8,000 follower goal, so I will be dyeing my beard rainbow for Dev Intersection in Las Vegas. I hope you stick around. About an hour and a half after I end stream today, we're going to have another virtual Dev Intersection stream. Today, my guests are going to be John Papa and Dan Wallin. So I'm all thumbs when it comes to JavaScript, but they're not, and I'm hoping I can learn a thing or two from them, and we'll have them join me on the Dev Intersection channel. Make sure you follow the Dev Intersection channel. Can somebody drop a shout out for Dev Intersection real quick here? I'll be over there. It's just me hosting today. I'll be one-on-one with John to start, and then Dan will join us, and we'll be one-on-one with Dan talking about Angular on the second half of the show over there on Dev Intersection. I should use the .NET tool. I should. I'm in a weird place right now because I'm hosting Angular. I might be able to do something there. Yeah, awesome sauce indeed. So I hope you check that out. I've got the Visual Studio hat on. Let me go back and talk about that. Yesterday I ran an experiment for the last 15-20 minutes of our stream. I opened up Visual Studio Live Share and I let anybody connect in read-write mode. Anybody was able to make changes to anything in our project. And it was actually pretty cool. We had a good time yesterday. Did I get the shout out? I forgot a space in there. M. Holloway, hello. Codebase Alpha, good afternoon. So I think I might do that again today and see how it goes. As long as we don't have folks abuse it, that's okay. You can come through, you can write some code, you can make some changes. This time I'll actually build the code before I save it to GitHub. I promise. It was scary but cool. Acrophobic Pixie, one of our new developers joining us. Thank you so much for joining the live share. It's not scary. We'll have fun with this. Pouring hot tea on your face. No, I don't work at Redmond campus. I work in Philadelphia. I work remotely.
Snoopaloopy just resubscribed for 2 months. Good morning.
Good morning, Snoopaloopy. Thank you so much. I appreciate the resub with Twitch Prime. Very cool.
42 just resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you very much. At Sharp Fritz, great stream.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Sema42. And we'll make some more donations to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. M. Holloway.
Holloway 24 just resubscribed for 8 months. Resub for the kids.
Thank you very much. Yes. That is so kind of everybody here. We're a little distance away. We're a big distance away from unlocking another emote here on stream. But I very much appreciate all the subscriptions. It's it overwhelms me at times when I see just how much support we have here in the community. It's really great stuff. But I was mentioning and Acrophobic Pixie pointed it out. Oh my gosh, Rainbow Fun Times, yes. And I'm going to be live streaming from Dev Intersection in Las Vegas. If you don't have tickets yet, I have a link that will get you a discount to Dev Intersection. I didn't wire it up on the wall yet here. Drop me a line, drop me a direct message. If you're interested in attending the event, I'm giving a workshop on Blazor there. I'm going to be giving a talk on getting started with Blazor for web forms developers. And I'm going to be hosting Dev Intersection live all week long right here on Twitch. I hope if you can't make it to the event, I hope you get a chance to tune in. But if you want to go, if your company has budget for training left, it's a great time to come out. You're going to meet all the important folks in development from Google who do Angular. You're going to meet folks from Microsoft and the .NET team and the Visual Studio team. There's a lot of folks who are involved with Azure that are going to be there that you're going to get a chance to talk to, and artificial intelligence. Really, really great show. Let me know if you're interested and I can get you the link. Carrie will be there as well. Yes, absolutely. So that's coming up. I want to make sure everybody's aware of. Yes, we're going to be doing Visual Studio Live Share again today. I'm killing time here because I'm waiting for Visual Studio Code to finish installing, because there was an update and it looks like everything's installed. I think everything's installed properly. Yep, looks like it is. Good. So let me get some music playing here in the background. So this is music to code by, of course, music that's designed to get you in the flow, get you in the groove, so that whatever task it is you're working on, all your other worries can kind of fade away and you can get hyper-focused here. This is Indigo. There we go. This is one of my favorites. So thank you so much, M. Holloway, for the music command there in the chat room. Check it out, mtcb.pwop.com. There are 20-some songs out there you can get. for $40. Each song is 25 minutes, and you can get very, very focused over that length of a Pomodoro. Check it out. Thank you so much, Mr. Carl Franklin, for letting us listen to your music live here on stream. Why is my camera focusing? I have autofocus turned off, and it still wants to focus.
Let me add some value.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Funny Reinders. 1,000 bits. Oh my goodness. 25 other folks in chat just got some emotes. Thank you so much for sharing that. And we'll make another donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Let me make a note of that one. Thank you so much. We'll drop in a little bit of cheer graffiti here when we get into the project. Yes, thank you very much for that and for sharing those emotes. That's a Twitch feature, sharing emotes here. You see these. Thanks for the different emotes that are coming out there. Last thing that I want to make sure I mention, right? We're going to be doing a follower goal when we hit a 10,000 followers. That is a huge milestone. Huge milestone. I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. I'm going to do a 12-hour live coding stream, and I'm going to invite in a whole bunch of guests, folks that you know, some folks you've seen here, some folks that are some VIPs at Microsoft. I'm going to invite to join us for a little bit, and it'll be a tremendous show. Tell your friends, tell your families. When this hits 10,000, we're gonna have a party. We're gonna write some code together with those folks to celebrate an achievement for our community. Not for me, for our community. When this hits a 00, I'm gonna give away another. Yes, I will definitely have him here, and I'll also have the other one. He'll be here as well. So there's definitely some fun that we'll have with that. Oh my gosh, is it time to play the meatloaf? Friends.
Hey, Mom! We get some meatloaf! We want it now!
I need to wire this up to just automatically play.
I never know what she's doing.
Good morning, JAF 1021. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yes, that's my mother. I am not shaving and not rainbow topping the head hair. No, no, no. How many Scots in total? I think I can get at least 2 Scots. Third Scot, I don't know about. That's a little bit of a reach. We will have to see about that one. But I'm pretty sure I can get at least 2 Scots. It'll be a 2 Scot stream, I promise. That's a thing. That's totally a thing. Change my name to Scott when I reach 10K. I was told that changing my name to Scott is a requirement in order to get promoted. Rainbow head would be awesome. You know what? Maybe there's something to be said for some commemorative hats for that. A group of Scots is called a tuple of Scots. Well played, John. Well played. Hanselman is actually, you're thinking, of course, of, what's his name? Sean Scott of Type T. Yeah, that's... What was the... Oh my gosh, what was the name that we had? Sean Hasselhoff, that's it. We need to explain that to John Galloway at some point. Sean Hasselhoff, yes. That's a thing that happened on stream, and I'm not going to be able to explain it without a couple clips. That's totally got to become a clip thing. That when trailers... So, a feature coming to Twitch here is stream trailers. So instead of getting an offline screen when you come to my channel and nobody's broadcasting or being hosted, you'll get a trailer that plays that shows what you might have seen if you tuned in while I was live. So there is a clip of it. Yeah, there is. There is. We're going to have to do something about that. Dmitry Noskov. Hello from the Ukraine. Well, good afternoon to you, Dmitry. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be writing some code here in just a little bit. Welcome. I appreciate you joining us there from the Ukraine. So yes, Codescu, I'm pretty sure that I can recruit Hanselman to join us. Sean Hasselhoff. Sorry, not Hanselman. Sean Hasselhoff to join us. What? That's a thing. It is all Hugo's fault. Trailers do sound cool. We recently made a video that will be ideal for that. Yeah. I've got a couple of videos that I've edited together, a couple of clips to make, and I also want to do. You saw somebody streaming with a shirt that said "Shirt of Type T," and now you want one. Was that John that had that, or was it Scott that I saw with it? But that's definitely been around. You just have a sultry squirrel on a bearskin rug as your offline thing. Not sure. Okay. So something that I want to get. Can I get your opinion, chat room? Can you help me out here? I'm thinking about adding a segment to my Friday stream. Let me know how this sounds. I'm thinking about adding a This Week in Live Coding segment. And effectively collect up some of the fun clips from our friends on the Live Coders team and review them, talk about them, maybe have a guest host, a guest co-host join from the Live Coders and talk about it, have fun with it, and just do a little hour clip show to talk about some of the cool things that happened. A blooper reel, maybe it's bloopers, maybe it's highlights, maybe it's Sports Center. I don't know. What do you think? Excuse me, I gotta wet my whistle here. Pardon me. Changing up the beverage today. This is Madrina's cold brew coffee. They sent me a bunch of samples here that I'm trying out. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. All right. You have a face for radio, though. That's okay. I think a bunch of us do. I mean, dear Lord, have you seen this beard? So, that's totally a thing. Totally a thing. So, then a couple folks like that idea. Something of Live Coders exception, like stream fails. Yes. Yes. That definitely could be a thing. Valerian, good to see you. Good afternoon. Killer Coder PT likes it. With the LOL there. All right. All right. Friday could be Squirrel Talk. Maybe? Maybe? It might be fun. I think there's definitely something that we could do with that and have a good time. So. It's interesting, cold brew coffee. I've never really focused on cold brew coffee, right? I usually like my coffee hot. But out of a can, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Squirrel Talk. Live Coder bloopers. Yes. Bloopers, highlights, whatever clips folks really enjoy. Be able to submit them into whatever the show is and have a co-host and enjoy and have fun talking about and cross-promoting some of the other Live Coders. Yeah, transparent can because the bottom is green. So, this is a sweeter blend because it's cafe vanilla. I have... They sent me a bunch of samples, so I have an espresso version over there somewhere. So, that's like Unlurk. Merc. No, Merc is not a thing. No. I do like my coffee. No G Fuel today, and that's okay. Gotta switch it up every now and again. So, let's see. You like the Shroud Madrinas? I didn't get any of the Shroud one. But mostly I got cold brew. The Shroud ones are hot brew. Coffee is coffee. Indeed. Indeed. All right. Let's head back over to our project and let's start talking about what we're going to work on here today. There it is. So this is Visual Studio Code running on Ubuntu Linux inside of a virtual machine on my Windows desktop. I'm running Windows desktop because I'm a Windows guy. I like Windows. But I will say that our experience this month with Ubuntu is really rubbing off on me. I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying the experience. The tooling has really come together, and it feels very responsive to me. So I'm quite happy to see that. Thank you for the follow, W Small. I appreciate that. With the corporate VPN connected, well, now that we've figured that out, let me make sure that the corporate VPN is not connected. Yeah, the corporate VPN was kind of a thing here. Yeah, it's not connected. Good. I'll be happy with WSL2 then. Yeah, definitely have to spend some time with WSL2. The WSL2 is the Windows subsystem for Linux. So I need to definitely check that out. Did I get the LTT Madrinas? No, I didn't, WSmall. That wasn't in the sample pack that I got. I got Cafe Vanilla, I got Cafe Mocha, I got the Espresso, there was like a bold flavor, and there was one other flavor. So, definitely, checking out and enjoying it here. Thanks to my friend, she is, let me make sure I give her credit properly. She is Fox TV. Let me give her a shout out here for sending over the samples. But she's Fox on Twitch. There you go. Check her out. She helped me out with sending over some samples to try here. Delta coffee is the best. Really? I've never tried. Will Blazor have a style guide like Angular? Asks is that Mobab Zero? I don't know. That's a really good idea for something that our communities could start to put together. I would look towards someone like Ed Charbonneau, who's been doing Blazor for a very long time here, live on Twitch. Definitely would want to see Ed and some other folks that have been around for a while, like him, put something together to suggest for that. That's a really good idea. Is it Mobab Zero? Let me make sure. Mark Miller, has he been doing some? It was a good update with Blazor yesterday. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. Hugo agrees with the Windows Linux WSL sentiment. Mostly good, but some of the crossover functionality muddles the water. That's okay. Look, it's still growing. It's still improving. Flynnwoop recently got first job as a front-end dev. They're a Windows-only dev setup, so got to get used to Windows from deving on Mac. Yeah, WSL2 will definitely help you adjust. Svava Blount, so good to see you. What mischief? We're going to let anybody, anywhere, improve our code. We're going to do that here in just a minute. I'm going to open up live share so folks can join in. Is my development environment in a VM? You said responsive. Can you say what feels good? It is in a virtual machine. I could definitely throw more resources at it if I wasn't running OBS. Right? I mean, full disclosure here. Right? I mean, here's what my task manager looks like. Firefox is chewing up a lot here because I am monitoring Twitch. I am monitoring Twitter so that I can see what's going on here. And, right, OBS is also taking up a ton of memory here. Now, I've installed the latest updates. That number is actually down significantly from where it was before. Thank you for the follow, Neo Macros. I appreciate you joining us and look forward to seeing you in the chat room. Take care, Finding Riders. So good for you to join us. And I'm sorry we didn't get too far into this. You like the idea about a squad stream? Well, it wouldn't be a squad stream. It would be a co-stream. Squad stream is a little bit different. Squad stream, Twitch actually supports and puts video next to each other in the Twitch user interface. Co-stream, we would actually syndicate to both channels, and you'd be able to see the same show on both channels broadcast live. And we would both appear in the same video. So, all right. Yes, he is. Mark is very good with UI. Neo Macros, thank you. I appreciate you joining us, even as a non-English speaker. Buenos dias. It's so good to see you. Let's get ready to train. Yes, let's work on our train here. So we've been working on this widget that creates a follower train for folks to be able to interact with here live on Twitch. I didn't deploy all the secrets yet to the production area. I'm not quite ready to let it loose on everybody yet. But I've put together a little bit of development to do here. And I have a small issue with how GitHub is receiving the Docker containers. Let me show you something. I don't even have Firefox open yet over here. Let me open this and show you what's happening with GitHub, because this is curious. This is something we're going to need to address. So GitHub now has a feature where they support a package registry. So I've set up a Docker container registry here so that I can load packages appropriately for the containers that run the bot that we're building here. Now, this is the latest version of it. And there is... Nope, that's... Where is it? There it is. One package. I want to be able to see all of the versions of it here. It's not showing me all of the versions. Where are they? So this latest version isn't the same. Here, let me click see all versions. Yeah. So we deployed this one, 941, as our first test yesterday, and it got tagged as latest, right? So the latest one is here. We deployed a second patch, and it was given the version number 945, and I also tried to assign the latest tag to it. However, GitHub didn't remove the latest tag and assign it to this one. So that's a problem that we're going to need to address as part of our deployment process. Let me take a look back at the chat room here. BS1PHC asks, can you explain what is Docker? Sure. Yes, all aboard, Hugo. Yes, indeed. That's not really a train sound, but hey, whatever. So, what is Docker? Docker is a way for us to package an application with its configuration so that it can be run in a virtual machine-like manner on top of another operating system. This is a way for us to run different applications without installing and contaminating, if you will, the host operating system. Everything lives inside of the container, runs on top of a hypervisor, and shares resources with the host operating system. I've oversimplified it there a little bit as far as how the technology works, but that's in a nutshell what it does. Docker, Docker, Docker. You're trying to get Robert Tables to show up. No, that's not happening. Hey, there he is. Oh my gosh. It did work. Okay, Carrie. Wow. That's pretty impressive. You said Docker several times and it works. What is this? Svava's telling jokes. What joke? What did I miss? Docker is a way to summon Robert Tables. Well, but it's true. It works. Beetlejuicing, a little bit of that, yes. Desert Griffin, hello. So what I'm seeing here when I'm working with GitHub is, right, this latest tag isn't being applied appropriately. So what I think I need to do before it publishes out here is I think I need to delete the latest tag. Thank you for the follow, BS1PHC. I hope that explains a little bit to you what Docker is at a very simple level. You can script how you build Docker containers, you can automate how you build Docker containers, and you deploy those to a registry. This is the registry on GitHub that I have for this bot that folks can connect to and grab a copy of. But services anywhere can pull these and start running them wherever they might be. You understood because you're you're a hacker student. Okay. Is there a link to the video of the follower alert? No. You can find that if you search for it on YouTube. So, okay, let me see if we can fix this real quick. I want to delete the latest tag and be able to retag, and see if I can get that to behave properly. So I'm going to go to devazure.com. This is where the pipelines are. that we use to build the application automatically. And it's right here. I should rename this now to FritzBot, because we're renaming the bot, because it does so much more than just Quiltony's pixels at this point. So these are pipelines down here. Let me go to here. Build the PixelBot Docker container right here. I'm going to edit this one. And I'm going to add a step here that hopefully deletes the latest. So S&B, that's right. That is GitHub saying, oh, this is the latest one by time. The one that's labeled with the tag latest is here, and it's identical to that one. So what I'm going to try to do here is add another Docker command. Not a Docker, adds a task that enables Docker actions. No. Install Docker CLI. No. I think I want to, yeah, run a Docker command. Okay. So down here, I want to grab this one, and I'm going to move it to before I push the image. Because when I push the image, see, I'm including the latest tag. This is kind of a Docker standard. You mark something as latest so that other services out there see, oh, there's something new that's latest, so I can pull it down and use that instead. Docker is a great idea from the 1980s, which is finally brought to use in production systems. So, yeah, the latest here, this is just date-wise. This is the most recent. Most recent might be a better appearance for that. This is, as Robert Tables is pointing out, it is a special. It has special meaning. So I'm going to call this remove latest tag from GitHub. Let's see if we can do this properly. I've created a GitHub container registry service here. And the command I'm going to issue is not listed here. Because what I'd like to do is I'd like to tell it to remove that latest up there. Docker is an alias for BSD jails. You're Jappy. You're correct, right? Unix and Linux folks had this concept of jail, right? Jailing the environment, where you only had specific things, very limited access to what was going on, and you could compartmentalize. That's the word I'm looking for. What access and what features of the operating system were available. And yep, Docker does formalize that a little bit. You're right. Idea of using separate run environments. Yep. So shouldn't be pushing an existing tag updated. It isn't. That's just it. Right? Including the latest tag here isn't. It didn't change it. Right? Let's go back to the previous build. Yes, leave. I'm not going to save that change. If I go to this one, and let's look at the log for push an image here. There we go. It pushed 945. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, there you go. Docker push latest. This push refers to repository. So it did push this as latest. However, it doesn't look like, looking over here, like it refreshed what latest was. So I don't know. So it did tag it, but GitHub isn't doing anything with that. So I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Perhaps some tag protection? I don't know. I don't know. Because it clearly pushed it. Maybe, is there something we need to look up here on GitHub to remove? Right? Yeah, that's me. Writing code live on this. I'm not sure what the thingy. whatever. All right, packages. Let's take a look at GitHub package registry and see if we can figure out, deleting a package. Aha! To avoid breaking packages, GitHub package registry is GitHub package registry does not support deleting published versions of a package or an entire published package for public repositories. Under special circumstances, such as legal reasons or to conform to GDPR, you can request deleting a package through GitHub support. You can delete private packages via GitHub's API. Oh, thank you, Janescu, with the link to the... There we go. So this is a GitHub action. I'm not using GitHub Actions. I'm in DevOps. So, yeah. Username, password, image name, Docker file path, build context. Yeah. Nope, that's not going to do what we need here. It does make sense to prevent deletion. I can agree with that. Yes. What I'd like to do is... Maybe I do need to push a notice to the server so that it knows to deploy the latest version. Right? Maybe I do need that release pipeline that when this is done, it actually pushes. Right? Well, what does release do here? What does that do? There was no helper thing that popped up, so let's take a look. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do Azure App Service deployment. Let's see if we can make this work. So, build Pixelbot Docker. Yep, enabled. No filters on that. When that finishes building the Docker container. Deploy to Azure. So let's look at the tasks. Azure subscription. So I've got that linked up now. App type is not web app on Windows. It is now web app on Linux. App service name. Oh, wait a sec. I'm going to run into... Nope. Why isn't it finding it? Why isn't it finding it? Is it... Oh, you know what? It's web app for containers. That's why. Ha-ha! There it is. Fritzbot. Repository or namespace? Registry or namespace? Well, the registry... Right, I'm going to pull it from over here. From a public viewing of the repo, 945 is tagged as latest. Well... Come on, go back. It's... it's tagged as latest version. It is tagged as latest, but it doesn't appear... Wait a sec, that changed. Did it? It should be tagged as latest. Yeah, the UI has it showing that it's the 941. So the registry or namespace that we're pulling from is over here, which was... That's curious. I can't pull that down and select it. Let me go back so I can get to the package registry documentation. I'm just going to open that in a new tab. Supported clients and formats. Where is Docker? There we go. We're going to grab that. Nope. I want to be over here. Paste that in. That, right? That should work. I hope. Repository is C# Fritz. It needs to be lowercase, doesn't it? Quiltoni Pixelbot. I think. Lucky number 7.
Lucky knows 7 Evan just subscribed.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the sub. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, we'll make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Thank you very, very much. So that's the app service name. The repository should, you know what? I think this needs to be here so that this can be just Fritzbot, right? Like that. I think. Declectic Damon, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Well, let's see if that works. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, save. And let's try creating a release and see if it actually goes and gets it. Yep, go. I wish it would give us an option when you say go to jump right into the log. Because especially when you're saving a release, you want to monitor it and make sure it does things properly. Let's see if we can get this deployed properly. And then we'll go back and start writing our code to do some more of the cleanup stuff that we're doing here. Data. Oh, and then we'll deploy. So it updated it to point to 945. That's the latest one. Good. How did it know to grab the latest one? Was there something that we put in there? Dangerous Tags sounds like either a 2020 piece or a band name. That sounds like a band name. Dangerous Tags. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That looks like everything succeeded. Hang on, let's take a quick look again. Updated deployment history at that location. And it looks like it's updated properly. So let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that one. Sure, go ahead, save here. It's a VM, we're gonna nuke it. Hey, we are working on, well, that's kind of whatever. We are working on a distributed chatbot that we're deploying automatically as a Docker container to Azure. That sure looks like it built properly. There it is, 945 is the build ID it released. So that looks like it is deployed and running properly. So that would be at Fritzbot, Azure websites.net. Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's running properly. I have no way to tell that it's running properly through the user interface with the new data, but it's there. So we've got a couple things to clean up that we'll fix and deploy there. And the new container actually runs on Alpine. The Alpine Linux distribution, which is very, very small, which makes our deployments a lot quicker. Oh, Hugo, thank you so much for the title over there. You know what? I didn't set our title. I left it the same. No matter. That's fine. It should be a good bot. I hope it is. So this release will trigger automatically when we have a build that's published, when we have source code published to our master branch. It'll automatically build that as a container and then deploy it over to Azure. Thank you for the follow, Sangu TV. Appreciate you joining us. So I'm going to leave that here inside of Firefox, so when we're built, where we're ready to go, we can see it. We can actually watch it build and deploy. Let me go back over and also open. Can I control click and get that? No, I can't. All right, so we'll be able to watch it here. Can I shift click? No, I can't open that either. One or the other, I guess. All right. Let me open that up a little bit so we can see the user interface as we're working here. My project is down in this folder. Nope. There we go. So I'm going to kick off a .NET Watch run. Yeah. So that it's building every time we make changes to our projects here. Because the next step... No, you know what? No. Let's not do it here. No, I don't want to do it there. I'm going to do it back here in Visual Studio Code in a terminal. .NET Watch Run. So that it's building and running and you can see it in the terminal. And... here we go, friends. We're going to get a little dangerous. Wait, hey, hang on. Let me cue that up. Let me make it a little bit more... Hang on. We're going to get a little dangerous. I'm going to open up Live Share. Let's do this. Let's open up Live Share. Let's get everybody in here. And anybody who wants to be. If you have Visual Studio 2019, if you have Visual Studio Code, and you'd like to join us, I'm going to open up and let anybody connect right now. And you'll be able to see the code that I'm working. You'll be able to explore the project, be able to wander around, be able to look at one of the 2 shared servers. Right? And I should probably start ngrok as well while I'm here. Let me do that real quick. Ngrok, HTTPS, HTTPS, localhost 5001. There it is. All right. So that's running so that we can route requests from Twitch to us. Yes. Dangerous. Wait. I have that line. I have that line somewhere. That's right.
Danger's my middle name.
Darn Skippy. All right, here we go. And John Galloway is going to jump in here. Absolutely. Look at that. Wolfrock asks, what's a good path to get comfortable with Blazor? You're really looking to get into it. Are there good guides out there? We search for Blazor Workshop. There's a good thing. We did a Blazor Workshop live on this channel. It's over on the YouTube archive. So youtube.com/C#Fritz, and you can see I walk through a very good Blazor Workshop. It's from a couple versions back, a couple preview versions back, but just about everything that you're going to see there is applicable right now, including the Blazor. Good morning, Douglas Menke Design. Hello. Yep, the Blazing Pizzas Workshop is really good, and that video you'll find is me talking through and explaining the workshop. So our .NET terminal is available. The live share is up and running. Let me copy the link to the clipboard here. Hugo just did a Docker pull on our image from GitHub, and latest at 9:45 all come back the same. Awesome. Thank you for that validation, Hugo. I really appreciate you taking a look at that. Mario coins for you, sir. Thank you so much. All right. So let me share. Join our live share at. So this is unique. I think I'm the only person on Twitch that's doing this. Click that link. Open Visual Studio Code. Open Visual Studio 2019. Any version of Visual Studio 2019. Professional, enterprise, and community will get you into my code. You'll be able to connect and take a look at what's going on, and you'll be able to make changes as we're going along here. There's a couple folks tuning in right there. You can see them joining in the participants list. So, and including the John Galloway. Very cool. So, I'm going to leave the terminal open here so we can watch and make sure that as things change in our files, it still works. We don't break anything. So here's what I'm going to ask for your help with, chat room. If you're one of these folks that's joining, and we can only support up to 30 people connected to it at one time. I can see here some folks are browsing to the website, and that's great. Folks that are connected to LiveShare, you can open and browse the website from your machine. You don't have to wait to see it here on video. You can be like one of our friends here and navigate around. So one of the things that I think we need to do is we need to remove the about link and route it somewhere. So chat room, one of our friends here, one of our 5 friends that's joined in, now 6. We can only support up to 30 there. I'm not sure we're going to get all 30, but check it out. You can join in. You can navigate around. This is called Danny. Oh boy, how do you Dan93 D8 Leadiate. Let me know how to pronounce that. This is Visual Studio Live Share that we're using, and if I choose to follow somebody, I'm going to choose John here for a second. I can see exactly where folks are navigating around in the code. I can even, I'm clicked and following John right now. So as he navigates to other files, I can see, there you go, I can see where John is working. And you can see the little tape flag. This is great when you're collaborating with some of your colleagues, maybe even quality assurance folks, because you as a developer can run on your machine and you can let them connect in from wherever they are. And then, of course, you can tell them, works on my machine. And then they can actually see it. They can actually navigate. They can do what it takes to reproduce. And you can have your debugger attached and see exactly what happens. So I think, I'm not sure if John's getting a little sheepish there with me following him. I'm going to turn off that. So you can see everybody connecting in and navigating around, and that's just fine. As folks make changes, if they break something, it will break down here in the terminal. And we're going to inspect everything before we run a commit here, all right? Let's get into this. Let's take a look. So friends, what I need your help with, what I'd like to ask for you to help with is, let's reroute that help button that's up at the top, okay? I'm going to close stub chat here for a second because we don't really need that. I'm going to go up here and I want to go to our layout, which is being done in our shared page here. And there's the navigation menu that goes down the side. We're eventually going to end up replacing this. But our main layout across the top has, where is it? There is here, this about page that right now goes to this location, which is kind of lame. I don't want it to go to the ASP.NET about page. I'd like it to go to an about page for this bot that we can put some information on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace that with /about. And let's add a page for about here, right? Right, new file, and this will be about.razor. So what I'm going to ask, chat room, if you can help out, I'm going to cheat and copy a little bit here. Hey, there's a couple folks following along. I'm going to change this so that this component listens on /about. And down here, I'm going to put an H1 and let's say about the Fritz bot. Okay. So chat room, what I'm going to ask is, yep, and we can see there's a couple things that are not working quite right here. What I'm going to ask to our friends that are out there watching and that are helping, can you do me a favor and fill in some information about what it is and where you can download your copy if you'd like to get access to it. So let me know. Valerian says, as a remote worker, this will be good to fix problems in code collaboratively. Absolutely. It's completely free. Robert Tables makes a very good point as well. It's great for pair programming and for doing code interviews. Yes, absolutely. So, or if you can't be bothered to walk or roll your chair over to your colleague's cube. Yeah, if you're lazy. If you're lazy like that, sure. So, let's see, what do we got there? Use it with your dev manager across the country. Great idea. Yeah, absolutely. Odin Hassan, it's 11 p.m. in Malaysia. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for staying up and tuning in. Totes my goats. CPayette needs the Fritz bot in her life. We need to schedule some time, my friend, because you have a feature that we want to add here. Oh, go for it, Joe. Go ahead. Let's make it let's make it do what we think it should do here. I'm going to, oh, that's the Razor log. I want to be on the terminal over here. There we go. Things look like they're still running properly. All right. What about the CPayet bot? Well, she might have some things she wants to do there. Yes. Fritzbot IoT. That could be a thing. Mary Jo Stabler is here. Welcome. Good to see you. So I've got an about page, right? Let me give some suggested ideas here to kick this off. I want an H2. Built live on stream, right? And I can put a /H2 there. It's not auto-completing. So, right, something about how it was built live on stream. Where to get your copy. And, right, this will be something about, no, it shouldn't, there we go. Use Docker with GitHub registry, right, and something about that. So, just a quick little about paragraph maybe, and then some built live on stream information. So, friends, you're welcome to write something in there. Cards might be a good way to describe some of this as well. Sure. But let me know. Okay. So, there's a lot of folks connected now. 12 people involved. That's cool. Great. Welcome. Thanks so much for your help. So if I go back to the README, I'm going to close some of these other files that I'm not using and that haven't been touched. Right. So there's the about page, the main layout. That's okay. Startup. And there's a pull request out there from Stelzy we need to take a look at. We do need to take a look at that. So we might look at that in just a little bit after some folks. And I could say, that's fine, go ahead. You're welcome to type in there and save away. So I'm going to navigate away. I'm going to go back over to the, where'd the README go? There's the README. So scrolling down here, we need some content on the home page. So the home page is that index.razor here. So, right, this is a technically, yeah, sophisticated chatbot that will assist in moderating your channels and provide some unique widgets for you to use on stream. Be nice if that word wrapped. You know? Let's force some word wrap there. Right? And move the other. So, we could definitely do something to make that a little bit simpler, a little bit nicer. But something so that it's there, just has a little bit of what it is. Right, maybe there's another paragraph here. It was built originally to help manage faux currency on Quiltony's stream, but has since no, not built, has since grown and now has an extensive feature set. There's an available update. No, why is it? Why are you trying to autocomplete when I'm writing text? You're getting too smart for your own good here, Visual Studio Code. There we go. I thought I installed all my updates. Well, we'll have to figure that out later. What is that? Report a problem. What? No. There we go. So that's running. Let's see, what do we got here? Fritz.bot. Nah. How many concurrent users can LiveShare handle? Asks Hodin Hassan. 30. It can handle 30. Yep. You have no bots. It's all about the reuse. Yeah. Surprise twist. It's not autocomplete. Someone joined who's autocompleting for me. No! Did LiveShare get a bit slower? No. No, we're still good. We're still good. Let me see here. So, folks that appear in here, that's the name that you're sharing through GitHub if you're logged in with GitHub, or if you're signed in with a Microsoft email account, it's going to show your Microsoft account name, which might be your email address. So if you're logged in with GitHub, it'll show your GitHub ID here, like Stelzy, okay, or SQL Mr. Magoo. So those are a couple ways that you can get in and navigate around without actually sharing your information in there. I think it's all right. LiveShare should be in good shape here. So, what changes are being made over here? Let's see. Well, the virtual changes here, these will go away when we stop this from running. So the about, the index. So anything, nope, nobody's added anything over there. Anything to the index besides what I wrote? No. Nav menu I updated, so it's over here. Alka logged in, it looks like, and is put together some configuration for Alkas. So that's some of the default stuff there. That's fine. Killer Coder PT logged in, and so right, one of the problems we have is it doesn't know how to start, how to add you to the monitoring list. Are SQL Mr. Magoo and Blazor Mr. Magoo related? I think SQL Mr. Magoo is Blazor Mr. Magoo's evil DBA friend. That might be a thing.
Oh my.
Right? We're pushing LiveShare a little bit, yes. I also think something happened and OBS is like a half second behind me. That's totally a thing. I've dropped a couple frames. Alright. So, these JSON files we probably shouldn't include when we deploy. So, let's do this. Yeah, I can close this, right? Close that as well. Okay. Let's go back over to the git ignore file and tell it to ignore the, what is it, Pixelbot orchestrator / configuration folder. Where was that? Git ignore. Right? There's a couple folks following me along here. User specified files. Let me add here. Ignore the bot configuration folder. So that is pixelbot.orchestrator. Yeah, configuration. So that should ignore anything that's in that folder. Like that. Oh, somebody triggered an error here. What happened there? Error while creating actor of instance channel manager actor with one argument. Somebody broke something. We're gonna need to restart to figure out what happened there. But that should, right? That should ignore Pixelbot orchestrator. Wait a sec, where did configuration go? It's now completely missing. Right? Did somebody delete the configuration folder? Ah, sequel Mr. Magoo is Blazer Mr. Magoo's sister. I see. Right, what happened there that we lost the configuration folder? Yeah. Is somebody out there deleting? How did it delete that folder? That file? I added it to git ignore. Did Visual Studio just delete it on its own? There, it's back. You're not sure this is practical? Whatever. Is it okay to save the about.razor file? Sure. Okay, so you put together a couple of cards there. Do we want to move the description and content into that? I'm okay with that. Hey, Pavi Games. Hello. Sister. Means Akaprops couldn't find the constructor with these parameters. Right. Right. But what changed? Let me go over to the other one. Sure looks like it's running okay. Yeah. Your machine was prompting me to save things you hadn't changed. Oh. Well, it's because... Is it because you're seeing things that everybody else is touching? That could be. While this isn't entirely practical, it's fun. Alright. So, let me go back. This looks like it could be cool. You know, let's see how that fleshes out here. How you doing, Wolf Rock? So, let me go back to... Not the git ignore. I'm not concerned about the nav menu. Maybe the nav menu, right? Because right now it just has a link to configuration, and we're going to show the configuration of all the widgets there. Maybe we need to have an li under configuration that goes to the widget itself. What's right in there? Oh, move the about over here. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Okay. So the nav link shouldn't go... Right, we need to actually key in there about, so that it will go to that location. That's not bad. Okay. So then we can remove it from over here. Okay. I'm good with that. So we move the about. So now it's on the side here. When you're logged in, there's configuration for all of the widgets. But if I want to get to just one widget, right, maybe I put an li inside of here that is, right, as a child item, the other widgets. Maverick Twitch, you speak in keywords. You're learning Web 3.0 create website. Hello. Okay. Cotter, you like the music today? Thank you. This is Indigo from our friend Mr. Carl Franklin's Music to Code By. And we really enjoy it.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite indeed. Alright. So, that's not too bad, right? And I see some folks logging in and bouncing around here. That's fine. That's fine. We'll be able to see, right? We should be able to see under configuration when they start adding things. So, it's really neat to watch that. Is that Cascadia code? No, this is not Cascadia code, the font that I'm using. I do have that in other in my other editor, though. Coding streaming. Yes. Yes, I am. It's cold, dark, and rainy there. Suits the mood. Well, thank you. WCF music. No. No. Wanadza. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, things are going well here. SBDGK. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Razer Blazer isn't code highlighted at all on your side. Make sure you have everything. Make sure you have the latest version of Visual Studio Code installed. So, yeah, at some point we're going to need to do something with the configuration, and we're going to want to be able to say, join my channel when you log in, because right now the only way to have it, to force it to join a channel, is to be a global administrator and be able to see, right? And there's only one person who's global administrator, and be able to click that join channel button. So maybe in the configuration page we need a join my channel button that starts the connection, and it would turn into a leave my channel button when it's not there. Razer file, that's for Blazor. Yes. Yes, it is. So the Razer file is a template that mixes HTML with C#. And it'll execute server side, it'll execute client side, depending on where you deploy and want it to run. So let's see if we can put that join my channel button on the configuration page, so that when you're configuring your channel and the features for it, right? So right now we've just hard-coded the user activity train here. I'd really like to have this moved out into its own template that comes in down here with the screen widgets, so that the widget has a configuration component that's referenced and added here on the fly as you build it. This way, to kind of answer a comment that we had the other day, other folks can build more widgets and have them dynamically loaded and added into the bot from outside of the main project. So, okay, this is all the stuff for the user activity train right here in this edit form. I think at the bottom of this, not just save changes, but I think we also want a button that says join my channel. So let me shrink this down here a little bit. On submit, save changes. So that's here. There we go. It's restarting to look at some changes somebody saved. Right, I think if we do button type equals, yep, submit. How do we detect the difference between the two buttons? Right? Is it auto watch? Did I run .NET Watch? Yes, I did. I ran .NET Watch. So if I'm going to have an action here that says join my channel, I don't want it to be a type of submit. What other types can I put in there? So maybe I have a different button below this. Right? Yeah. Is it on click? Is that what I'm thinking of here? No. And then give this a method. Join my channel. Right, and we'll have this actually wired up to a C# method on the server. Well, inside the edit form, it's going to submit the form. I don't want it to submit the form with this information. It's something different. It's something outside of there. So I think having it over here separate will let me control that a little bit cleaner. If I look at current channels, there we go. Right here, button at on click. Here we go. So I think I want to do exactly the same thing here. Right? This dot join channel. Now, in this case, I'm going to have it join your channel, whoever you are. Do you know who you are? So I'm going to create a method here called join channel. Is that going to collapse everything? No, that's not what I wanted. All right, so let's add a method to join the channel. Public async task join channel. And I know who you are because you're logged in, right? User identity name. That's the name of the channel. So what I'm going to do... No, I'm up here. No, I'm... Why is it dropping into there when I hit tab? Do you see this? I don't want to hit space. I want to hit tab. Darn it. Do I have to close that? I really don't want to close it. Yeah, look at that. It's not... Visual Studio Code is behaving wrong there. Right? Oh! Go ahead, Stelzy. Yeah, it's not handling my tab properly. If it's a type button, it won't submit. Yeah, probably. The About page is getting pretty... Oh, terrific. Right, this is... Not that. So I know... User identity... Name. That's the channel name. Okay. So the actual joining of it, I'm doing over here. How is it I'm telling it to join the channel? When you click join channel. Channel manager tell new message join channel name. Well then. Channel manager is coming in here. It's being injected. All right. I guess I should be able to do that. Right? Yeah. So I'm going to add it up here with my other inject. And Visual Studio Code has stopped responding to my tab altogether. That's weird. So now I have Channel Manager. If I come down here, and before I go any further, I'm gonna have to... Really? I hate spaces. We had a cheer of 600 from Carrie. And today's the 17th. Four-digit year, please. And we had a cheer of 1,000 from Fanny Reinders. There we go. All right, so if I'm going to mimic, right, I should be able to mimic now directly. That right there. And it's not going to shift tab. No. That's weird. Why am I losing my tab settings? So instead of channel name, we're going to punch in there user identity name. because that's where we're getting. And the MSG, we need a using statement for that so that it knows where those messages come from. So in this model that we're using, we're telling our channel manager, hey, join a channel, and we pass along this message object. And the message object has all the information about the channel to join. It has the name of the channel, but we can expand this and change it later if we need to pass additional parameters along there. I might have a stuck key. No, I don't have a stuck key, trust me. Why do you write cheers as comments where you are? So that's a little bit of a reward to folks that cheer more than 100 bits. If you cheer more than 100 bits in channel, I drop a little graffiti in the middle of our code here to show thanks to those folks who are contributing and helping out our community. Yeah, I know I've mixed tabs and spaces because tab isn't working for me. I have a feeling something's gotten tripped up from live share, and it just isn't behaving properly there. Restart it. Yeah. Let's see. What do I plan to do? Assure has Linux VM as well. Yes, it does, Odin Hassan. I've got this deployed there as well. It's a software one. You've seen it several times using the Microsoft Terminal services.
Let me add some value.
Robert Tables, thank you so much for adding some value. Yeah, graffiti. We'll drop some Robert Tables love in here for sure. Thank you so much for that 500 bits. We'll make a donation to St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Thank you very much for that. And we're doing that with all of our cheers, all of our subs, all month, all quarter long, right through the end of December, right through the end of 2019. Hide your database tables. That's right, Duncan Kruger. Robert Tables is here. Little Bobby Tables, it says in the comic. So, there we go. All right. Container... Very good there, Stelzy. Thank you so much for that. There was a comment here about the About page is looking nice. I'm going to pivot away from Visual Studio here for just a second so we can take a look at the About page and see what some of our other collaborators have done with it. So I'm going to navigate... I was hoping to navigate there. It's right there. It should be running. I tried to navigate there. There it is. Blah, 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 blah. And now we have an About page over here, and the login is over there. Ooh. All right. All right. That's not too bad. And because they're cards, right? They'll size appropriately and stack when you're on mobile. Nice. That's pretty. Oh, did it just restart? It might have just restarted. If somebody made a change to something. Yeah, it just restarted. That's okay. Yes, Robert Tables does know the keyboard that I use. We both have the same keyboard. Within a week or two of each other, we both got the same one. It was like, this is really cool. I like it. Let's try reloading the page. Yes. Reload. The About page. Unmatching end tag. And it failed. Whoever's making a change on the About page broke something. Let's wander over there. Install and start instructions. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. We can add columns inside the row to get a nice layout. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Oh, we got an extra quote here on the anchor here. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. There we go. Yeah, that should work. Waiting for a file to change. Go ahead, restart. You can do it. Why did I say that when I've actually got...
You can do it!
Come on, .NET compiler. No. Unclosed div tag with no end tag on line 40. So div class row... Oh, this one here. Who's this working right here? Oh, new G. Okay. Yeah, we need to close that div tag before it'll start working again. There's a delay in the audio, or is that only me? There is a slight delay right now. I don't know where that came from. Probably because of the drop frames we hit earlier, I'm thinking. Is that all right? I think that looks okay. And if I go back to this one, no. This camera's on a slight delay from us. Just slightly. Let me see if I can do something here to fix this. Because that camera's actually routed through another machine. But I definitely see what you're talking about it's just off. Let me see if I can kick that and get it restarted. Test. That looks better over there. I'm gonna restart it anyway. It has a very, very slight delay. There. How's that? Oh, there we go. That's better. A weight task. You like the hat? Yeah, that was a custom hat I made for, the Visual Studio launch, actually. Visual Studio 2019 launch. It actually has the date stitched on the back also for the launch. How many cameras do I have? 2. There's 2 cameras. Might have a third at some point. If I do some IoT things, I'll have it pointed down so you can see my desk, but my desk is a disaster. Literally a disaster. Hey Goran Hal, good to see you. Yeah, alright. Thank you, Pavi Games and Kates. I appreciate you checking up on me. 3 cameras is better, at least that's what Apple thinks. Yeah, right? You can never have too many cameras when it comes to the folks at Apple. Can we fix that missing div here? I'm gonna close this div here. Right, save that, let this thing recycle here. There it goes. So we can get the page reset. Yes, my desk is a disaster. But the Hugo Doll says, I think that I just upped my developer cred, but I might have damaged my manager cred. I'm not a manager. Yeah, between having... Right, I've got a sound mixer here. I've got a tripod here. I've got Stream Decks here. USB, 10-port USB hub there. 3 monitors. Camera here. Lights up there. Soundproofing on the walls. More machines and monitors on the next table over, so I can, yeah. How's the cold brew? It's amazing. I really enjoy it. Got to close the div myself. Yep. I know, seriously. Can't get good help these days. People closing divs. What do you think I am? What am I, a professional div closer here? No, I don't know. An About Jeff thing? I guess we can put an About Jeff thing. But maybe, with respect, I'd like to make this less about just me. Join Jeff and the Fritz and Friends community. About Jeff and the Fritz and Friends community. Because this isn't all about just me. Attempting to reconnect. Started. This might be annoying for folks that are running the bot. Right? Reconnection failed. That reconnection, we got to make sure that that's a little bit longer. If this is taking this long to restart, we've got to figure out a way to optimize that. About.jff. Yeah, there you go. Clippy, I see you have an open div. Actually, Ed Charbonneau. Oh. Do we meant to mention live coders? Not yet. Not yet. There we go. There's the reconnect. Reload the page to restore. Yes, please. There we go. That's better. That is a long time. That's gonna be a real problem for folks that are running the bot in production. You know. Yeah. So, what I should be able to do now. So I'm going to try to log in. There it is. Because I'm in dev mode, I get all my claims popping out. Let me see if I can get it to... Well, that's not right. That's not right for here. Where did my on-click go? How did I lose that? Oh, and we lost the quote on the other side. Professional div closer. Thank you, Stelzy. Rocky Silly Prairie Dog. Cool story, bro. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Got to close the dive myself. The div myself. Yep. Can't. I know. Seriously. Thank you for the follow, Lawnster. Professional div closer here. My name is Jeff, and I'm a professional div closer. There we go. We'll tweet that out. It does look like a reference to XKCD. Yeah. Yeah. Good clip. Thank you for sharing that. Developers. Yes. Thank you, Kates. Oh, that's good. You've been doing so much stuff it can't handle anymore. No, actually, there's so many projects here. It's so complex that it is taking a little bit to compile. And that's a little concerning, I think. Right? Because that time to recompile means, right, the behavior is, see, I'm logged. Now I can't, okay, there we go. So if I click join my channel, and now I have no output there, right? I need to get some output there, but I can look at the current channels page because I'm important. Hello? I'd like to see current channels, please. Or did it restart again? Can I get there? I can't get over here either. Now I've done it. Alright, hang on. Current channels. Nope, not on any channels yet. Alright, hang on. Join my channel. Current channels. See, okay. So I'm trying to send that message and it's not going anywhere. Right? There we go. Circuit host. Unhandled exception in circuit. Warning. Object reference not set. Received hub invocation. Click details. There's the location, shift key, false. So it did receive the click there. Authorization was successful. There's the click again. But it's not telling me exactly where and what it clicked on. Here we go. Line 47. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. In here. This .join channel right there. It's telling me it... What do you mean you don't know what that is? Public async join channel. There it is. Save that to a file and put it on paste bin. Put what on paste bin? Nope, we're still good. Should this be awaitable? Oh, well, maybe I'm getting an await issue there. Okay, that could be. That could be a thing. Let me write that same thing is happening over here under current channel. If I scroll down, well, it isn't awaiting that. So, sure. Right, it isn't an error. Right? I mean, is there a tell async there that I should be doing? No, it just returns it. It returns automatically. So I think we're okay with that, but it's clearly not doing anything. Duncan Kruger asks, I don't stream on Mixer anymore. No, I do not. Mixer did not provide the features that I needed. And quite frankly, there is no development community on Mixer. I've achieved Twitch partner status, so I am now contractually not allowed to stream to Mixer. The session link again, sure, we'll grab that. So there's the Visual Studio live session link. Live share link. Yeah, that is a lot of reasons. I've discussed some of the reasons why I can't use some of the features I was looking for from Mixer, and quite frankly, they were not receptive to talking about non-gaming content on their platform. That's fine. That's what they prioritized. More power to them. So that should do the tell, but why? Right? I mean, didn't change anything over here. I'm not quite sure why I've got a what edits have been made here. It's what happened in here. No, I don't want to create a discussion. Right? I want to see what the change was. Anyways. Oh, just formatting the chat room widgets for each of the current channels. But all right, that's cool. So why isn't this should work, even though nothing's awaited in here. Right? I mean, I could do... Oh, it's not giving me the tab. Await task dot completed task. Thank you for the follow, Siren Drakar. Appreciate that. So that should... No, the tell should not be awaitable. That runs asynchronously, kicks it off, and the actor system resolves and handles that for us. So let me save this. Yeah, the tell isn't awaitable. That's not actually an async method. So come on. Here we go. Let me see. Let's go back over here. So that looks like it's still functioning properly, the channel configuration page. Okay, well, now it routed me. So let me see. Join my channel. And if I go to current channels, now I'm kind of dead here. So something happened there. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Configuration model join channel, line 82. So it's telling me channel manager is not an object. Why didn't it inject the channel manager? Right, I'm using the same syntax for channel manager there as over here. Right there. Right, that should have gotten it appropriately. Await channel manager ask, channel manager tell, and await channel manager ask. There's nothing in a constructor or anything here that's saying, here, go get the channel manager and put it into there. Like, that should be a thing. It should be available for us here. Did the Azure Portal issue get resolved? I was using a wrong version of the Azure Portal. As a Microsoft employee, I have access to several Azure portals. Here we go. Add singleton for actor ref, and it's going to return the channel manager actor. Not. So I'm calling it channel manager, but it is a channel manager actor object in here. Right there. But it's coming back as null. Why? Thank you for the Tabify there. Yeah, see it, my tab isn't. Yeah. See, the tab is like stuck in a bad configuration here. Let's do this. If channel manager equals null. Do I have the logger here? No. No. Part of me thinks that logger should just be available all the time. You know? So let me inject an iLogger factory. See, if I complete something, it should just give me that thing completed. Right, and replace logger factory with methods. What methods? No, I didn't want that. No. This. Fix that. Okay. Create logger. And this will be join channel. Log critical. Unable to get a channel manager actor. Return. So that hopefully will take care of this here. Can't you set the number of spaces tab produces in VS Code? It's not even, something's stuck with my tab key. It's not passing it around properly. Freddy Krueger that plays basketball. Nice. So. Alright, there's a small group of devs who want tab to be equal to 2 spaces, and we are at risk of genuine schism over this, says Kates. Here's the thing, I typically do use 2 spaces for my tab, because I want to fit more on screen for you at a time, and when I output sample code, when I write sample code into blog posts or magazine articles, or books, when I wrote a book, it's easier to fit more code instead of having, like, really big tabs there. You get the point as a reader. Oh, the file changed again? Oh, rats. Alright, we gotta wait for it to go. So, some files need a save. Well, I didn't make any changes over here. So, there we go. So let me refresh this page. Yeah, see, it got me into current channels, but I want to get this. I'm trying to enlarge you, terminal. How we doing? We're almost at the end of our time together today anyway. I don't see the problem with the click-through here. Right? This should have done something. But we're kind of dead now. Right? Something broke and we're lost here. Right? Here we go. Unhandled exception. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Configuration model. Line 90. How did it get down there? It shouldn't have gotten there because this now... Oh, maybe user is not a thing? That could be. That could be. Is there a setting to auto-hide the left toolbar in VS Code? To auto-hide it? I don't know about auto-hide it. I would have to ask our friend Brian Clark about that. But that's going to be my question is the user object null there? But I am just about out of time here, friends. I'm going to need to pack up, call this a day for now, because I need to get ready for our Dev Intersection show that we're going to have with our friends John Papa and Dan Wallin. So I am going to look for my Mario music. There we go. And I'm going to end our live share session here. Thank you so much, everybody that participated and helped out here. Thank you to all our friends here that have been hanging out, but I need to say goodbye now. I'm going to click stop there, which will disconnect all of our friends. Like I said, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, for helping out. This was a lot of fun here today. It's definitely not something that we're going to do every time, but it was certainly fun while we were working together here on stream. And that save all did not do what I wanted it to do. So let me close up some of these. Make sure that all of our files... Yeah, I think we're... So we got done a couple things here today. We now have the bot deploying properly when it builds inside of a container and ships out to our production space. Let's take a look at our changes that were made here. We got 13 changes that were made, and we got a whole bunch of folks here that co-authored with us today. Thank you very much for that. Let's add our git ignore. We will add our new about page. We will add our configuration page. I'm skipping these virtual pages. They shouldn't be a thing. They shouldn't be appearing here at all. But they got picked up somewhere in the, and we're gonna skip that JSON file. Good. Added some about page content, some home page content, and started working on the join my channel feature. Yeah, I know that. All right. We'll commit that. Thank you so much, Tominus and Andre. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you tuning in. So there we go. Those files are committed. These should disappear at some point. So let me close VS Code, go back over to my terminal, end this, and I shouldn't see. That's weird, those virtual files. No matter. Let's push, and those changes will go up. Yep, there we go. Now it's available in my dev. It'll be built, and hopefully, if everything is going properly, be available as just a dev build that we'll be able to take a look at, we'll be able to poke around at, and work with. Come on, show me that build happening over here. Come on, Azure DevOps. Do your thing. There we go. There's the build. Thank you very much. We're going to get ready. Let's set up for our raid. It's going to be about an hour and a half. So we get started with our dev intersection show for today. So let me kick off. There's our raid call. If you're a subscriber, grab the first line out of chat there with the raid bot. If you're not a subscriber, that's okay. Grab the second line, copy that onto your clipboard. We're going to get ready and raid one of our friends here today. Let's see who we go. Who are we going to go raid today? Let me take a look. We raided our friend Instafluff just the other day, so we're going to pass on raiding him today. Let's raid. We raided Brian Lagunas last week. You know what? We're going to raid our friend on the Live Coders, Nick Larson. Nick is one of the folks who helps out with building Stack Overflow. He's really great at what he's doing, and he's building some cool features for that. Looks like he's working on some features to integrate and build his own Twitch chat bot today. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This video, like all my other videos, it's going to be live and available here for you on Twitch. But, and I'm way far behind on this, we will move it over and get it on the YouTube channel so that you can see it there, zoom through it at your own speed. Thank you so much, everybody. Get ready to say hello to Nick, and I'll be back in about an hour and a half on the Dev Intersection channel. Alrighty? Take care.